Bo Bichette's bat in this lineup is just so critical.
Bichette drives this one.
He is something else.
He's really amazing.
That baby's gonna go deep into the seats in left field. Bo Bichette.
Absolutely unbelievable how many times he can hit a ball like that.
Bye, Bichette.
Yeah, he's just a brilliant hitter.
He is the best in the game right now.
Bo Bichette, shortstop, Toronto Blue Jays, all-star, tons of hits. How was the offseason? I hear you went up to Toronto just for a day. How was it?
Yeah, everything went well. One of my bucket lists in my life has always been to see a UFC fight up close. I was presented the opportunity, so I took it, and it was a good time for sure.
What about Muay Thai is interesting to you? Does it translate to baseball? Is there aspects of it that you feel like, man, I want to take this and use this in my game?
Yeah, I started training it this offseason, and I think just balance, cardio, all that stuff, it was super helpful, to be honest, and I'll definitely continue to do it.
There's just some guys that are flat-out machines when it comes to hitting.
Bo has been a hit machine this season.
When he steps in the box, he can just hit. He's on another level right now.
So a guy in your situation who's been probably the most steady Blue Jay over the last 5 or 6 years, they would go into an off season and just say, you know what, I'm going to keep status quo. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing because it's working. But I feel like there's another level with you. And I feel like this offseason there were a ton of changes that you made to kind of get to that another level. Can you tell us what some of those changes were?
Yeah, I think the next level is just discipline and consistency. I'm proud of what I've accomplished, and I think I've accomplished a lot in this game already, but I know that I have an extra gear that I can go to that I haven't quite found over the course of a whole season. I think I found it in spurts here and there. But I think really finding that for an entire season comes down to discipline, and that's in every part of your life, really. It's, consistency in your routines and when you wake up and what you're eating and when you go to sleep and all of that. So I'm trying to nail all that down.
I don't think there's been anything close to qualifying as a rut or a drought or a slump. I mean, nothing like that.
He's been as consistent as you could hope to be.
They say consistency is something that'll allow you to stay in the big leagues. And of course, you have probably one of the more consistent approaches, one of the more consistent swings. But what is it between the years in terms of calming your mind, in terms of being in control of your mind, that's going to be the separator? Because I feel like a lot of times that's where the elite players, which you are, that's where they're separated. That's where they're better than all of us normal major leaguers. You guys just take it to another level mentally, and you stay on this trajectory mentally that doesn't allow for the ups and downs.
Yeah, well, I think it starts with, it's confidence. You have to have confidence to stay, I guess, even throughout a season, through the ups and downs, to stay consistent. But that starts with knowing who you are, knowing what your preparation is. I definitely feel like I know who I am more than ever now. I finally realize how good I am, but I actually know the player that I am now and what works for me and what I need to get better at, what I need to make sure that I continue to stay on top of all of that.
In a generation where a lot of swing decisions, a lot of look at that take is glorified, I think the ability to actually hit that tough pitch is a big deal, and I think you've done an amazing job of that over your career, and I think that's what it takes to win championship games late in the year when you're facing a Garrett Cole. You find a way to get hits off of those guys. What is the secret sauce? How do you do it? Because it's pretty consistent.
Well, here we go. This is the matchup.
The 0-1.
There's a swing and a long fly ball out to center field. Gardner races back, gets to the wall, turns around. It's out of here! An opposite field blast by Bo Bichette.
And now a shot down the right field line off the bat of Bo Bichette. On his way to second and in there.
I pride myself in not being able to be pitched in one certain way and that way only. So I think to be a great hitter, you have to make adjustments. And when I go home at night and somebody beats me up, I'm looking at how I can hit that pitch. I'm not looking at how I can lay off that pitch. That's just how I'm wired. It's what I believe in. It's what I believe in is correct. But yeah, I mean, I literally every day I practice on hitting every pitch. So.
Last one for you. We'll let you go. If you had to boil it down to one, what's the most important offensive stat?
Average.
Average. But the game today doesn't care if you hit 185, but you hit 45 homers.
Yeah, I mean, I think average is the most important. It doesn't mean it's the end-all be-all.
Sure.
I'd rather a guy hitting 300 with 40 than 300 with 320 with 10. You know, it's close enough.
Mm-hmm.
I just think average tells you if the guy can get it done in a big spot and against a good pitcher. And yeah, I mean, the game for some reason doesn't think that way anymore, but I'm going to continue to do what I do.
I love that. Bo, thanks so much for doing this. That was great.
All right, Caleb, thank you.